Well, hello from Dr. Brew. We'd like to run a little concept by you today of how to brew that perfect cup of coffee. And part of that is just simply letting a brew come to completion. As we brew today, we're going to take our brew funnel, insert our amount of coffee, leveling it so the bed is level. And as we place the funnel into the brewer, we'll turn the warmer on and begin the brewing process. The brewing process actually evolves just as if you were baking a cake. There is a mixing process of the fluids and the material that we want to bake, just like we're blending here water with coffee. And we want this to come to a complete end, just as if we were baking a cake. If you pull it early, you end up with a less than desirable product. Brewing coffee is much the same way. During this brew process, the brew actually comes through in phases where you have a strong, intense flavor profile in the first third, then it begins to lighten up, and the tail end is very pale, and you've extinguished the good parts of the coffee that we want to take. Right now we have approximately a cup and a half brewed into the decanter. So what we're going to do to demonstrate this is capture a portion and use it to compare with the middle brew and near the end of the brew. Here we have a sample of the front third of the brew cycle. We'll set that aside. And as the brew cycle continues here, we'll take another sample at approximately half a decanter. The brew cycle is now approximately half complete. We'll capture another sample. And as you can see already, the color compared to the first cup we drew is considerably lighter. We'll set this one aside and wait for the last one. One of the important parts of this, and I'm sure you've seen it in your office place, or maybe you have a brewer at home that has a pause sequence so you can draw coffee early. And you'll find that that first cup off of the front is very strong and intense. It's a great cup of coffee. It's a little strong for most people, but what you've left for everybody else is the pale portion at the end. It's kind of like the last squeezings out of the orange if you were making orange juice rather than what came off of the front. You got the sweet, intense product. Everyone else got the tail end of the squeezings out of the orange and got the bitters from the rind. The brew's almost complete here. We'll capture the third portion. And then we'll use it as a comparison. The cup to the left is strong and intense and would be very sweet in flavor because the majority of the brew solubles are extracted in the first third of a brew cycle. As the water continues to flow through the beverage substance, whether it's coffee, whether it's tea, it brings out less and less of the soluble material and colors. And you can see the color change through the beverage in cup 2. And near cup 3, you can see it has become very pale, almost tea-like in this particular coffee brew. Okay, in summary of what we've learned today, you can really see the importance of allowing a brew to come to completion. If you're using a pause and serve type system, understand that you're getting a sweet spot out of the front and leaving the tail end for someone else in that decanter. Thanks again for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, contact us at deardrbrew.com, and the Dr. Brew and crew will be glad to answer any questions that we can. Thanks again.